With Gibson retiring early, who will be the new Mint director? I mean, we know who's going to be acting, but it was March 31st was the last day. So today is the first day of no Mint director. And I looked everywhere for all these sources. I looked for the reasons. I looked for everything because facts matter. My opinion and my feelings and my political affiliations, they don't matter. It's just the facts. So you can only guess why she retired early. Maybe the package was good. Maybe the early retirement was too good to be true. Didn't want to deal with the stresses. The reason I say that, because she did do a parting letter. Let's take a look here real fast just before let's talk about who can be the new Mint director. So now her parting message, she addressed the U.S. Mint staff with the following message. I know the past couple of months have been challenging for us in responding to a number of requests from the U.S. Office of Personal Management, Treasury, and others. Gibson said in her remarks, in some instances the requests have contributed to an increase in stress levels, concern, and a measure of fear about the future of federal workforce, which includes the United States Mint. Now, this is her talking. This is just the actual facts here. This is not something made up, not my opinion. I'm not making anything out of this, other than the fact that the thought of retiring was more appealing than the thought of dealing with this. I mean, to me, that's about the thing that I take from this. Could be wrong. But it says here, please know that the Mint Treasury leadership teams are going to do their absolute best to comply with all the directives while also making sure our path forward is one of care and compassion with a constant eye on our mission. Now, it does say this. This is something that people need to realize. Regardless of what will happen with the penny, and I don't know who put it in parentheses, whether she did or someone did who wrote this. I'm going to have to look and see the actual quote. Visits from non-Treasury officials to our facilities or media filming the bullion depository, we will, to the best of our ability, ensure that we keep you informed. But what I don't understand is, why is there no Mint director in line? That's what I'm confused about. Like, you'd think there'd be a replacement, but there's not. That I don't understand, but I looked. I mean, I literally looked all the resources. I mean, I see who's going to be acting, but I don't see anybody as candidates. I looked. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has. Hopefully someone else has, because if I look through all of this, who's the next Mint director, it ended up going back to 2008. I just don't see anything in the news, in the Google searches. Just don't see anything with any hints from who would be the next Mint director. And here's money.org's thing. I didn't click on this one here. So here's Gibson. And she went to coin shows. She tried to listen to coin dealers. But the problem is, as with any director over the last several years that we've had, often, none of them were coin dealers, or I don't know if any of them been coin collectors. But I think, to me, if I was going to pick someone, I would probably do a lot of interviews. I mean, obviously it's the president, and then it's got to be approved through the Senate. But I think I would do a lot of interviews. I would look around for people who are very influential. You've got a lot of big-time dealers. I'm not saying every dealer's qualified. I'm not trying to say that. But you would think you would want someone who understands, who's dealt with the Mint for a long time, buys from the Mint, and sells to the public, and understands the packaging issues, understands the cost of the Mint products and things like that. So, and here's the parting message again. Let's see if it has, I can't help it. I have to see if it has the penny in parentheses. Some people really have an issue with that, but that is what the U.S. Mint calls our cent. They call it a penny. The employees will miss them and will feel different. I don't, that's just the end of the message. So it doesn't have that in there. I have to look it up, I guess. But anyway, that's not important what we're really talking about here. So I'm curious what everyone thinks about who should be the next Mint director. And I'm not talking about the person themselves, but the type of individual. Someone who's not been in the system for a long time, but then you need someone who knows something. Or is it just something they could be trained in? I mean, should it be a committee of people and you have a chairman? And everybody sits down, and you have a bunch of, a quorum of dealers, people who dealt with the mint for a number of years, and maybe a couple collectors, coin collectors, that I'm talking about people who are on the mint roster, regular customers who buy from the mint all the time. Maybe there needs to be a committee along with the mint director or something then. And I know they've got something like that already, but it doesn't involve coin collectors. You got to have coin collectors on any type of committee. You got to have coin collectors involved in this. And I know most people are going to be talking about cost and packaging and their shipping, because when they ship something, it's loose inside a box. That's unnecessary. Whenever the packaging used to be beautiful, but I understand they had to cut cost. But there's other ways of cutting cost than to raise prices and to get cheaper packaging. There's got to be some innovation. So we need to come together to make our mint better, our mint products better, and maybe even drive some prices down. But with silver and gold up, you can forget the silver and gold's going to be up. There's just no way around that. Well, maybe there's other ways of making it more cost effective. But you're not going to get out of paying over spot for gold or silver from any company. So that's just not going to happen. They have to pay the mint. That's the law for the mint. So there's no way around, getting it for around melt or less, or so gold and silver's up so much. But anyway, I just wonder, does anybody have any idea who is in line or who's been mentioned? I'm not really, this is really my first go at this morning, do this video, my first go at trying to figure out who would be next, because I've just not heard of anyone myself personally. So anyways, let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching, and have a great day.